In this week's episode of the National Game Changers podcast, our sports director Jill Jelnick sits down with Titans former Pro Bowl lineman Brad Hopkins. Now, on top of talking about what's going on this week in training camp, Hopkins is also opening up about what it was like playing with legendary quarterbacks Warren Moon and Steve McNair. Hopkins says he loved protecting each of them, but he says these two guys had completely different leadership styles.
Two totally different quarterbacks. Warren, you knew he was a leader when you walked into the huddle. I remember he told me to shut up one time in the huddle. Steve would never have done that. First off, I was older than him. I probably would have gave him the people's elbow. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. But the way they led, Steve wasn't a dude that was going to stand in the middle of the team huddle and say, we're going to go out there, we're going to fight, we're going to do all this other stuff. That was Eddie's job. Steve would go out there and he would lead by example. He would go out there and just lead by sheer will.
That is so funny. Can you hear Warren Moon telling Brad Hopkins, shut up? You can scan the QR code on your screen. It's going to take you to our main podcast page where you can tune in and listen every week. And, of course, you can hear the full conversation with Brad Hopkins on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.